Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Lovell, a couple of questions. First of all, I think you have testified that we knew the night of September 11th that this was not just say there was results of some of the video that had been shown. That we knew this wasn't just a demonstration. We knew this was a concerted attack.
Yes, I did.
Okay. That being said, it would be in your position, you would know who sort of knew what. The State Department would also have known pretty instantaneously that there was a pretty serious incident going on in Benghazi. I've seen videos of it. Some of that's transmitted into the State Department and other locations. So we had a pretty good idea of what was going on there. You did. Would you say the State Department should have or could have?
They could or should, yes, sir.
Okay. The attack started at 9:40, which was 3:40 in the afternoons here, approximately 6-hour difference, I think. That about correct?
Yes.
So it wasn't an unusual time here in the United States. The appropriate people and the highest level people should have been alerted that something serious is going on at one of our posts. Is that correct?
It was during the duty day here in the United States,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't know if we could have saved the ambassador and aide that was with him. They may have been killed in the smoke and or the first part of that. Would you say that was a pretty good assumption that they were not? It was not possible to save them because they were probably killed within an hour or two. The U.S. really doesn't have the capability of responding there now. Not that we shouldn't have had on the ground the capability to respond to some kind of attack. Would that be a correct assumption?
You would typically greatest desire for whatever situation you were going to be in to have adequate security.
Well, and I know we have over 100 posts, and there were about 14 listed on, sort of the endangered or high-risk list, and Benghazi was one of them. Isn't that correct?
You would have to look to the State Department for the list. I don't have
we were
knowledge.
told that in the past. And so someone failed. They failed to have the proper protections with a post at risk. You don't have, every post doesn't have the same risk. Every point we don't have the same risk. But that was one of the major ones. The time frame didn't allow us maybe to save the ambassador because they came in and attacked. It was an attack. It wasn't a little demonstration in the street. I believe we had enough time to save the two former Navy SEALs that were trying to protect the post. They were killed at approximately 5:15 a.m. It started at 9:40. That's a good 6 hours. I've been to Italy. I've been to Spain. I've been to Turkey. I've been to Stuttgart. I was informed as a member of Congress, if we had an incident, this is before Benghazi, that we could respond. We had the capability of responding in a short order to save American personnel, particularly an ambassador or key assets or American citizens from points. And North Africa isn't exactly the toughest spot. There are places deeper in Africa that are tougher to get to. But I believe we could have saved those two if someone had taken action. Do you think we have the ability to do that?
Presently or at the time?
At the time.
At the time, it didn't happen that way, and others have discussed the
Did the United States of America have the ability to protect its again people at that post within 6 hours?
The State Department would be responsible for the time on the ground. Military could have made a response of some
The
sort.
military could have made a response. So, see, I
some sort.
believe those two individuals were not saved. Mr. Issa and I went to Rhoda. We interviewed people. Our military personnel, they were not given the go-ahead. They were not given the assets. No one responded to go in and save the two individuals who lost at about approximately 5:15. And I believe we had that capability. Can you tell the committee if you think we had the capability of saving them at that time once again?
You just mentioned personnel, assets, and time and distance. Do I think we had all of those things put together at that moment? I wasn't in operations.
No, but again, it's not.
I don't think.
Again, we had that capability, I believe. I was told, even before this, that if we had an incident, that we could go in and rescue or save or resolve a situation. And do you believe we had that capability?
If